Y'all, Dr.Trehunna. Actually got a great topic for y'all today. We're gonna talk about sugar, spices, and everything nice, all right? Because a lot of African Americans, you already know, we like to have a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of flavor with our foods. But here's the main reason why I need you to start paying attention to how you season your food and what you season your food with. Let's see how well you know your favorite seasonings. If you're just looking at it, which seasoning is the best seasoning and do you really know and why? Ready? Let's go. Now, which one did you think was the better choice? The one that said no salt or salt-free is the better choice, right? Here's the reason why that is actually one of the worst that I actually showed you. One thing I want you to keep in mind, ladies and gents, all because it says salt-free doesn't mean it's better for you. It's about what this seasonings is composed of. We never look at the back. We never see exactly what the seasoning is made out of. They're going to put what they use the most at the top and what they use the least at the bottom. Let's count. Rice flour, spices, garlic, citric acid, then sugar, right? So that means sugar is the 5th most used ingredient in this whole entire thing. Lemon pepper. If you look at the lemon pepper, it says salt, spices, citric acid, onion, sugar, okay? So it's the 5th used one. These two, it's not really that bad. BBQ rub seasoning, it says it got sea salt, spices, brown sugar. So once you start seeing that sugar is moving up, especially if it's the 3rd most used ingredient, that's going to be an issue, especially if you're somebody who's trying to lose weight. One question, why the hell are they putting sugar into seasonings? But we'll talk about that later. So no salt, right? Let's see. The most used ingredient happens to be, oh wow, brown sugar. Okay, that's crazy. Lowry's, salt, and then sugar. And Saison, it just got MSG. MSG is not really that bad for you. It just adds flavor to the food. And some people just intolerant to it, just like gluten. So if you're intolerant to MSG, you might notice some adverse symptoms, but the average person can eat MSG as long as you're just not eating it every single day. Y'all notice the serving size for every single thing? 1/4 of a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Ask yourself why they all put in 1/4 of a teaspoon. Because the Food and Drug Administration allow food companies to round down to the nearest tenth. 4 grams of carbohydrates is 16 calories. And 4 grams of carbs equates to 1 full teaspoon. So if I know that, if I'm looking at a label, 0 sounds better than 16, depending on how ethical I want to be at the time. If I just make it say 1/4 of a teaspoon, legally in America, I could put a big fat 0. That's why every single seasoning that you're going to see inside your pantry, it's going to say 0. And you're also going to notice that they all technically on average are going to say 1/4 of a teaspoon. Because I know I'm adding sugar that got calories into my seasonings to make it taste better. Now let's be real. How many people is using 1/4 of a teaspoon again? 1/4. Y'all need a visual? This is this. 1/4 of a teaspoon. So let's see how that looks in real time. Let's say I'm making some beef ribs. What do us black people usually do? Get our seasonings. Right? Now let me show you exactly what 1/4 of a teaspoon look like. Teaspoon. Teaspoon is now filled up to the brim. Now let's be real. Did I just put a lot of seasoning on these beef ribs? No. And if I'm cooking for a family, I'm not getting out a teaspoon. If anything, I'm using a what? Tablespoon. Every food company is gonna try to manipulate you in some form or fashion. The reason why I'm adding sugar inside my seasonings that's supposed to be salt-based is because if it's too salty, then 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna use the seasonings. But because I add some sugar to it, it kind of balances it out. You're gonna actually add a little bit more because you don't taste how salty the seasoning is. And if you run out of this seasoning, guess what? You're gonna buy more of the seasoning faster. It's like soda. You go into a restaurant, you didn't know nothing about nutrition. How many times have you ever ordered one soda from a restaurant? They tell you, oh, free refills, right? But then how many times have you ever been hydrated off one soda? You never are. You know why? They add sodium into the soda. Ask yourself why they're adding sodium into soda. That way, you're drinking more of this product. And because this product got more sugar in it, and because you got a refill, you're drinking more sugar, now you are going to love this soda, not because of the taste, but because of how much sugar you're getting and how much dopamine your body's releasing and how much serotonin your body's releasing. So now you have an association with the soda and it just makes you feel good. Same thing applies with seasonings. So now here's the funny thing. If you're trying to lose weight, right? And basically I'm able to round down. And 1/4 of a teaspoon is 1 gram of sugar and 1 gram of carb. That means if you over there living your best life, trying to cook for the family, you got your stuff out, and you doing this, you just add about 10 grams easily, 12 grams of carbs into your plate. You're not taking that into account, especially if you're somebody who's counting calories. More of the story, if you're somebody who is like, hey Trey, I noticed that I'm doing everything right and the scale is not dropping no matter what I effing do. That means 9 times out of 10, I need you to watch out for your seasonings. Okay? Especially for my clients from a Caribbean descent or African descent, because we use, and actually just black people, we use a lot of seasonings, right? But because we're not getting high quality seasonings and they're trying to manipulate you, you're thinking, oh, everything is peaches and cream, it's just seasonings, but you're really salting your meat with sugar because you live in America. It's not just salt. If you go to the restaurant right now and you use the salt that they already have set for you, that salt got sugar in it. If you actually Google the ingredients for McDonald's fries, you know what you're going to see? Some that has titanium in it, salt, and sugar. Ask yourself why they keep putting sugar into everything, because they know it makes it taste good, makes it taste better, blunts how salty it is, and you're going to come back. Because you love McDonald's fries for a reason. It is the best set of fries. This is the only set of fries that I go on my way, get a large fry with a sweet and sour sauce, make sure it's extra crispy. And I used to devour these fries not knowing that, oh, it got sugar in it. That's why these fries are better than Wendy's, and they only use sea salt. Wendy's fries are a little bit more salty than anybody else's fries. Is it because it's the salt or because that they're not masking their fries with sugar? You do is get better quality seasonings. And in order for you to get better quality seasonings, you got to read the label. So for instance, get Mrs. Dash's. Mrs. Dash's naturally got better quality ingredients in it, and they don't got any type of sugar in it regardless, and it's salt-free, which means what? And you're not retaining as much sodium, means for what? You can expect the scale to drop a little bit more. What you see is what you get. Keep in mind, sodium is still a thing, okay? Sodium is not bad for you, especially if you are salting your own food to taste. Just be mindful of how much sodium you're having in processed foods. Now look at something that's in the refrigerator that has a label to it and see how much sodium you got in that. It's gonna say no sugar on the label, right? But then it's also gonna say the serving size is 1 gram. Why? Because people are usually using a tablespoon to salt their meats. Get better quality products, but guess what? This one costs about $5 to $6 versus the regular ones or the Lowry's. Okay, Lowry's cost about $2 or $3. Mrs. Dash's is gonna be a great brand if you're somebody trying to lose weight. Maryland, we already know about Old Bay. Old Bay is one of the best seasonings you can use because it got no sugar in it as well. It's just quality ingredients. All because it says salt-free doesn't mean it's better. Just actually look at the first 5 ingredients. If the first 5 ingredients doesn't have any type of sugar in it, it's technically okay. Okay, so this is okay. But this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the ones that you're saying, you know what? I'm living my life a little bit more today. And I don't care if the scale don't drop as much. But as you can see, it says 25% less sodium. That's all they're going to promote. But if you really pay attention, the sodium is already 270 milligrams, right? And it's saying 25% less. Goddamn, how much is less? If this say 270 milligrams, Southwest Fajita says 200 for the exact same serving size. That means the regular Lowry seasoning salts, it has to be a crazy amount of sodium. I need you to pay attention to every intricate detail when it comes to you losing weight. If you're stalling and you're doing everything right, I need you to start paying attention to your sauces and oils. All my clients already know that. But start paying attention to your seasonings too. And start buying better quality seasonings, okay? All the better quality seasonings happen to be $5, $6. I wonder why, all right? But you're not picking that up. You're picking up Lowry's and you're picking up Tony Cachero's, whatever it's called. Instead of you just assuming it's cool based off the marketing, once again, I could put anything on this. This part of any label is not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. I can put whatever I want. I can say this is a magical seasoning that helps you lose weight. I can literally promote that, right? But I cannot lie on the label. Question is, how many times do you actually look at the label? You don't. All right? Hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day. That's going to be stay snatched all the time. Not the summertime. Talk to y'all soon.